Okay, here we go. Well, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen. We gotta fix this before it gets worse. Looking up here, not up here. This is a problem, but not what we wanted to click. We want to get through our supremacy, hopefully pretty fast. Looking at our technology, when it comes to our main goal of hitting psionic, we look here and we can see that our old buddy Rubrook is still in charge here, but that's about to change. As soon as Dort finishes his current mission, we're going to just stick him into there. Because, of course, he is a psionics expertise. I don't even know when that happened. Probably some event. He is one of our 2 event scientists who have been just basically going around picking up events. He is our new age crystal scientist right here. Once he finishes this mission, we'll switch him out because he can't switch while he's doing a mission, and it's 81%. So we ain't canceling him at 81% to get no research boost. I kind of want to put the civilian industries in. They're not better than just building another industrial district, but we will eventually need them because they will eventually get the upgrade that gives everyone a +1. Building them now means that we should be able to just upgrade them as soon as we pick that tech up. So we're just going to do that. So here on our generator world, you can see that we're about to build a Xyrite population. Once this population gets built, we want to switch this place over to growing more Norani, because that might be for the best. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to actually do, because, you know, the other option is this. We just build robot assembly plants here, and then just start building out generator districts. We could do both of those things at the same time, though, right? Because the generator districts can be filled with robots.
My lord, I come to you with a perfect solution to our problem producing energy credits. I have invented something that will revolutionize our ability to generate power and make it so that we no longer have to use our own precious Xyrite people in the dangerous power generation plants. Oh, Speen, every single time you come to me with something, it is some kind of crazy scheme. You better have something this time, because if you don't, I swear I'll... No! Look, it's this! This right here! A robot! What in the name of the Granite Pope is a robot? A robot is an artificial being with no soul and no brain that we can make do manual tasks like pulling levers and generating power. They are cheap to make, and they don't matter at all. If they get wrecked, if they get hurt, it doesn't make any difference. We can treat them like we would treat any squishy, except they have the advantage of being less slimy and much harder. I object. Well, what a coincidence. It's the Granite Pope himself. I object, I object, I object. We have perfectly good squishy slaves to put in the generators. Look at all of these Norani. These Norani are doing an excellent job being turned into paste and generating power for us. Just because we have not yet bred enough of them to maintain all of our power generation needs doesn't mean we won't. I think that we should absolutely ignore these soulless, disgusting robots and replace them with more Norani. Just more of them. More and more and more, with their disgusting squishy souls powering our beautiful biogenerator plants. Well, your objection seems to be a religious one. You'd rather us kill something with a soul to generate power than use something without a soul as a tool? I absolutely would. I absolutely would. There is no more holy energy in the universe than that extracted from a soul-filled Norani. That's absurd. These robots are cheap to make, fast to breed. There's nothing stopping us from building plants on all of our planets and having robots. I will not live in a world where there are robots on all of our planets. That is disgusting. Well, I mean, I guess I, the great leader of the Zyrites, is going to have to be the one who settles this dispute, and in my opinion, we should... Let's do both. There's no reason not to do both. We'll make twice as much money, and everybody will get what they want. I will get literally nothing that I want if you do both. I'm perfectly fine with doing both. Let's do both. Then we do both.
We have all these other worlds that we're working on here, right? So this is still a colony. It's pretty recent. We have the fortress world. And then we have our second forge world. Now, I don't know that we need a second forge world yet. And it might be that this should be a tech world. It's interesting. For it to be a tech world, it's going to have to focus on mining more than energy, though. It could also be an energy world. We're building robots here, which will help. But we do need at least one other tech world. So our Empire capital probably should change another one of these into a generator district. Well, it's hard to say though, because we do need these amenities, and these do provide a small amount of amenities, but it is a very small amount of amenities. Okay, so let's just go to where this is.
System survey complete.
And grab our little ship here and say, hey buddy, before you leave... Oh, wait. We want to cancel what you're doing here. Then we want to switch you. We want to switch you to... here. Right? Didn't go the way I thought it would, but it still works fine.
Good afternoon, my lord. I've come to you today to speak to you of the topic that we discussed over communications recently. I think that it is in the best interests of our people if I take over as the leader of our sociology department, pushing us towards a future where our internal crystals vibrate in perfect resonance with the external crystals of the world, and we reach planes of existence like none that have ever been imagined. I think this future will lead us to great places beyond the universe where the squishies live. We will live in a state of being that is nothing like any soft being could imagine. Crystal perfectly aligned with crystal. Before I fire trusty Rubric, who we have to admit has done us a great service, particularly that smashing up the Norani thing has been a wonderful source of power and unity among our people. Squishing the Norani has brought us all together, and Rubric at least deserves some consideration. But, my lord, we will be able to read the minds of the dissidents. We will be able to create troops like no one has ever seen before. There is a chance that we will extend your life, your personal life, someplace between 10 and infinite years. Oh, wow. Infinite? You mean there's a chance that these crystals that are growing out of your head will make me live forever? There is a chance. You could try one. I have one right here. Bunk. Well, actually, that feels kind of good. Rubric, get in here. Yes, my lord? Do you wish to speak to me about the Norani? I've been coming up with plans to squish them faster and make it more efficient. You're fired. What? How can I be fired? I've served you loyally. But this guy, he has crystals. I have crystals. Beautiful, mind-blowing crystals. Are you on drugs? Is this some kind of drug? Do you want me to, do some research so that we can get that stuff to stop growing on your head? No, Rubric, this is no drug. This is the future. I didn't really like this job that much anyway. I'm gonna report to duty on the exploration ship that guy just gave up. Good Good luck with your crystal drugs. Thank you. Good luck with your space explorations. I only care to explore the space inside.
We don't want to avoid dealing with this planet. We want to start dealing with it as soon as possible. So let's just go to our armies. Let's embark all of them, and we'll just send them here right away. Akun, do your duty. Plow the plants and prepare them for charcoalization. There was another thing I wanted to do. Completely forgot about it. I want to build one more construction ship because we want to start building out all these space resources while we still have a huge mineral excess. I feel like the one thing I didn't think about was the fact this will connect down here, and it probably will, but that doesn't mean much. We can still expand in this direction as much as we can, right? Probably this end of the spiral arm here will probably connect up here someplace, like maybe here. Well, it doesn't look like it by the borders, though. We'll see. Eventually it will probably connect and we can make a block there. Doesn't change anything about our plan, though, to expand down here to the south. Who made us a... Oh, you guys. Yeah, well, that was pretty expected. Yeah, that was a pretty expected problem. So we've transformed a lot of our mining into civilian industry, which is good. Looking at what we've got going on up here, 3 jobs here, all of which will go into mining, so this planet is perfectly great right now. Looking at our Forge world, though, we do need to start thinking about pushing you a bit. The biggest problem that's going to occur is that we're going to end up getting robots doing mining, which is not the best outcome for us. Means we need to build probably more energy districts. That's fine. Okay, we have located the system. Where is it? Did you show me where it is, though? Did I just clear it too soon without looking? Oh, is it here? It's here. That's a good location. Yeah, we can handle that. That's good. It's actually kind of great. We have a science ship not doing anything. Where are they located? They're located up here. Okay, even though it's super far for you, I think you're going to do this. Just watch. They don't really stand a chance. Now, we're going to have to make sure that we suppress this world pretty quickly. Yeah, of course they're no match for us. Our army successfully invaded. They are no match for us. So let's look at our general. The first thing we want to do is just make sure that... Boo! Aachen! That's... Do you think you're never going to have to invade anybody again? Is it just like you're now convinced that you've reached the limit of your necessary usefulness?
You know, I've spent my whole life murdering squishies for the state. I think I'm done. I am just going to sit down on this comfy chair on this squishy world and watch as the smoke jettisons from the release valves on the distant biogenerator plants and smell the scent of the squishies being burned. I deserve a rest. After everything that's happened, I deserve a rest. I deserve to smell the outcomes of thousands of squishy deaths that aren't from my own hands, but are instead the natural and completely sane outcome of rational science.
That's it. This is the one. Yeah, there we go. So we just want to send this clerk over to here to become a leader of the colony. And then we want to just immediately go into here and go species. Plant guys set their rights to slavery. Livestock. Bam. Now we want to go to their world and their world is going to basically stop producing anything. So what we've got here is a mess. We don't need this, so before we do anything else, we're just going to replace this with a second mining district. And we're going to build the robot assembly plant. Once we have the robot assembly plant in place, we just want to go there again and make sure that it's building the right thing. We do not want them we don't want them growing these guys. Not until we say it's okay. We're gonna have to do a lot of work to stabilize this planet. I'm gonna leave that be for now. It's not your job. So in order to stabilize this planet, what are we going to do? We have some armies here. We could recruit a few more. See what else we can do. I think we're going to give it a bit of time before we make any rash decisions. I don't know if we need this. Well, we're replacing this though, right? Instead of doing that, I think we're going to rethink this. We're going to demolish this, right? Nobody's working these either, so we're going to demolish these. We're going to demolish this. And then we're going to start by building a robot assembly plant. And after that, we'll consider building a mine. So you're just going to rush up here and grab this, which means we're going to succeed completely at our mission to fill up the top part. And then you're going to work your way back down, picking up all this stuff. Especially useful will be the alloys in space.
Construction complete.
Okay. Okay. Let's just look at this. What do we want to build here? Don't need this. We want to exploit crystals, I think. Yeah, each one of these needs to happen, so we'll exploit crystals. Should make it so we can get them in space. Yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I like you guys or that I care that you claim that stuff. Like, that kind of stuff don't matter to me, buddy.
So I've come to see what your scientific method is like, because I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe that these crystals are somehow going to make us... We have already succeeded. We have already untapped the power of our inner minds. We are already in the process of building a place where we can gather all of the psychics of our people together and use them to violate the civil rights of our citizens and also of our slaves and also of our Norani food beasts that we burn for fuel. I am the greatest scientist our people have ever known. What did you ever do, Rubric, that is as great as opening up the paths of the mind and freeing our people? Well, I mean, I created a plan that successfully brought the end to hundreds of millions, possibly even trillions of Norani. Well, I have to admit that's good too.
I'm gonna do that to get another building slot so that we can build robots there. It's probably a bad idea because it's going to be expensive to upkeep, but we need a way to produce more guys there. We probably shouldn't have built the temple first. It's probably a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Unity, free money, lots of physics research, lots of society research, lots of engineering research, and our minor artifact. What does this one do? combat advantages. Well, that could be useful. Just do that, because we have so many right now. Like forward researching. I was right, it does connect that way. I should have guessed it did. I don't know why I didn't. I thought it wouldn't, but at least it doesn't connect up here. But this is going to connect here, because you can see that his thing goes this way, so we'll have to see what happens next, right? As we move forward. See where this connects? If this connects this way, then this is probably the end of what we can guarantee. But our neighbors are definitely getting strong against our...
Anomaly found.
You can just research that. You... Do we have any more? Can research that anomaly, I guess. And maybe you come down here and grab this anomaly. Should grab this anomaly first. So I guess we actually probably should have went here. Let's just start again. So you go here. Then you go here. Can't do that. Then I guess you go here. That'll do for now.
Anomaly found.
You can just research that. Okay. Just look at this.
Construction complete.
Okay. One of our science tips might want to start doing some of these archaeological digs. We don't actually have that many archaeological digs in our territory. We got this one. We can catch that one. We can catch these two. There's this energy grid. That could be helpful. How is this going? I wouldn't say it's going great. We definitely, definitely need to move people there to fix this problem. We'll have to see what we can do. You know, we're being pretty radical in our decision making. Again, we're deliberately hoping to produce some there's population right there. 2 unemployed Psiorite workers on this planet. That's great. Where was that? Here. Population? Good. We need to resettle both of you. It gives us some soldiers to increase the chance that that place stabilizes. Which is what we're hoping for, right? 2 more soldiers. Crystal mining, that's good. Machine templates is good. Nanocircuit. This is the civilian fabricator, right? This is the one that upgrades it. It requires space rocks, though. But it's really going to be useful. So we're going here. Although, yeah. Help us stabilize that. any unemployed workers that we create are going to move to the planets that have too many jobs. We'll force them to move. It costs us a decent amount, but it's worth it. Let's check to see if anybody is out of work. Oh, yes, this construction ship here is out of work. So what are they going to do? They just keep building out here. And after that, you can grab this. We're going to have to clear those. But that's going to mean gathering all of our fleets together and spending a bunch of money. But I think we can afford it. I think we're going to try. Move these guys to here. Second I do this, of course, we're going to start spending a larger amount of money because we won't be moored anymore at our mooring positions. That's some big money. Should grab that. Well, psionic theory on the first pull, which is what we expected would happen. Good job, us. What did we get? Oh, psionic theory. So nice. We're just going to leave that for a second. These are the mining lasers. Artificer output is definitely something we definitely need. We're going to leave that for a second because we want to immediately go into here. And we want to say, yes, it kind of was worth it. Waiting. Wait, we missed it. We missed it. It's up here someplace. Mind over matter. Wonderful. To this world that thinks it's going to be a forge world does not have unemployment. It just thought that it did. Okay, so looking at our generator world here, we can upgrade this right now. And then we could use that upgrade to build something to give us more amenities to help fix its problems. Looking here, Gene Clinic is almost finished. I'm going to build this for you.
System survey complete.
So this is a forge world. It needs to Psycore. This is a good, right? Creates stability, creates 2 telepath jobs. Definitely helpful. But what we want to build here is this, alloy foundries, because we will be upgrading those as soon as we can.
It seems like we found the shroud bearers. You know, I've never really seen these guys before. This is the first time I've actually got this since they've existed. I don't think I need the teacher. That would have been better before I got psionics. Plus, I wonder what they look like under there. Like, are they squishy or are they hard? They're most likely squishy, right? This is really expensive. But I'd like to see what would happen. I could probably come up with the money. Not sure how I would come up with the money. But I mean, this is an event that we should probably try to make happen if we can. Are we gonna do it? When we're deeply in deficit? Are we gonna come up with this money? Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. It's happening. Sell a bunch of those. And here we go.
This place probably should build the first Psycore building, I think.
Okay, so it looks like it has opened up an event that we're going to have to send some scientists to go and look at. That's interesting. it's acting like with the new system where basically over time you get more points depending on the events that take place.
Still no connection here. Connection comes this way. So this is the point. This is the contact point right there. So this is where we want our base to be. They are pathetic. That's pretty interesting. If they're pathetic, we should consider actually going to war with them. But we are not ready for that right now. Not at all.
The outcomes of that weren't as great as I was hoping for. I mean, I probably was expecting too much. Alien barracks. Okay, that's a good event. Maybe we'll get some more out of those red-faced guys later. I'm still curious as to whether or not they're soft or hard under there. I mean, they're obviously squishy in nature. They don't look anything like...
Situation log update.
They don't look anything like a proper lithoid race, but, you know, they might be hard squishies. Hard squishies are sometimes okay, I guess.
This is what happens when you don't use enough fire. Indeed. Keep going. We don't want to become the crisis. We want transcendence. No. Yes? Yes, transcendence. The veil has been lifted. We have transcended. Okay. Now what we want to look at is these guys. These guys are inferior to us, and we want to declare war on them to vassalize them.
We have declared war on the misbegotten Xenos.
I love the what took you so long. Indeed, what took us so long? Well, you know, we were waiting for you to reach a certain threshold of weakness before we did this.
I mean, if you're gonna have an attitude about it, we can just declare war on you again. He's right, though. We waited a really long time to go to war with these guys. I don't think we were ready sooner. I'm not even sure we're ready now. I'm not even sure we can win. He's got a lot of allies. I don't even know how strong his allies are. I probably should have thought this through a little bit better before I did this. I may just have jumped into the pool without checking to see how deep it was. We'll find out.
Okay, so in order to deal with this up here, we've started to build a new fleet. I'm not that worried about it. We're gonna clear up our mess down here, and then we're gonna go deal with that. We need to
Construction complete.
try to smash up all of his.
Xeno station engaged. Hostile Xeno fleet detected.
Small amount of remaining strength.
And once we've cleaned all this up, we're just going to send our troop ships down here and take our fleets back to deal with our other problem.
As much as it's possible to do, we're just going to bump around here, and we need to hurry and take these so that we can deal with this. His fleets are way stronger than ours. We do not stand a chance against this guy. That's a problem.
So, this is going to be a really hard war to win. But I think we're going to hit the subjugation. We're going to hit the settle status quo. And if that's the case, we're going to need to make sure that we set things up so that we keep what we take. I have plenty of influence, so... Okay. Let's land on the planet. Time to continue our invasions. Akun
Invading Xeno lair.
still leading the troops like a boss. You know, we should probably consider taking back our threads. Everybody needs a beach vacation once in a while, right? Yeah. Even though it seemed for a bit like he was going to betray us, he did come back and do his duty. Okay. So, since we have finished supremacy, it's time to pick up unyielding, I think. Help us in the future. We're going to become probably super defensive. That's the overall plan. We're going to make some super defensive planets using the new planet rings. And then let's just invade this planet now. It's getting there. Let's just reorganize the fleets a little bit. And then send them up aggressively to hopefully take back these stations. We want to try to take back Runum because that'll give us a defensive point where maybe we can break those really big armies up there. I think we've succeeded at our job down here of picking up every single one of the colonies, which is good. That means that we can drop this war as soon as the status quo is won. We don't have to wait till actual victory. Let's just make sure we do these, because if we forget, we will regret it. So every single one of these ones that has a colony in it, yeah, I think we'll get it. I think we'll get it. That'll be a victory, right? Yeah. Our fleets are okay, but I don't think we're strong enough to take on that guy from the north. That's really too bad. Well, you know. As outcomes go, though, if he just takes that one place back, the place we weren't even sure we were going to get in the first place, make sure this is activated, because it will really help. If he just takes that one station to the north, I think it'll be worth it. We'll take 3 planets, he'll take 1 station. That'll be a good status quo right there. That'll feel like a victory.
I mean, Reanimators is a great civic to add to this. Reanimators might just be the very best civic to add to this. I don't think anything else is going to do as much good for us. Okay, we're going to wait on that, but it's good to be Reanimators when we can. Faster hyperdrives. We're about to get our habitats, which is great, because we're going to start building them right away. Habitats are just too good to pass up. Free alloys? Awesome.
We have mastered a new technology.
I don't know why those squishies wanted to give us free alloys, but that's it's really something that's up to them to decide, not up to us to decide, right? This is difficult. We need to take the station so that we can use it as a... Oh, they are trying to stop us.
Hostile Xeno fleet
But I
detected.
think we should be okay.
Yeah, he doesn't stand a chance. We've got this. We've got this. The station is ours. That's great. That is absolutely great. So hopefully we can rebuild it up pretty quickly and get ourselves into a slightly better position for defending ourselves here.
I mean, I'd be willing to take a status quo here. I'm admittedly a bit concerned about this. Like, as I push closer to them, I become more worried that bad things are going to happen. They're sending 2 fleets against us that are technically stronger than we are, which we do not want to fight right yet. So we'll fall back and see what he does. Right, he's trying, I think, to hold this system because he wants this system. I think my station can kill that. Like, I don't really think they even stand a chance, but just in case we'll wheel around here. It does not feel right that they can defeat this. If they can't, they just took the shields down. Let's see what happens when this fight takes place. I don't know what will happen. Are you coming? Or are you not coming? That's the question. Do you think you can do it?
Damn it. If it was just a little bit longer, we could have avoided this fight. We cannot win this fight. It looks closer than it is. We have way too many escorts for this fight to be won. And also I realized that I've been putting missiles on all of my stations, and I haven't been getting missile technologies, which means their strength is a lie. We should have changed them to gun batteries. In fact, we're going to change them to gun batteries after this. Oh, it's so bad. They're literally killing us, and if they just waited a little bit longer, we would have been able to do our status quo and not lose all those ships. Yeah, that was a devastating loss. But there's our status quo.
You know, the fact is that's salvageable. Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay. I think we did fine. I think the loss of those ships sucks. We gained 3 planets. And we devastated this empire. I mean, our hope was to subjugate them. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do here, because our big problem here is going to be that these planets are probably unsustainable in their current state. So we're going to have to figure out what to do with them. But that is definitely for next time. This is enough for today. I was, as I said, hoping that this would be different. Was hoping to subjugate them. But here we are. So we're going to have to decide what we do with these guys, because they're now slaves. And we're going to have to figure out how to make these planets work. Because we got a ton. A ton of unemployed slaves. What we're probably going to do, let's see what these guys are good at. Let's look at them. So they are not specifically good at anything. They don't have good worker output, though. That's a problem. And the question is, what kind of slaves, right? If we make them indentured servants, then we can get them to do more jobs. If we let them be indentured servants, we can get them to do more jobs. I think that will help us. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. We have dealt with some of the problem we had. We've replaced one squishy empire with another. These guys are pathetic compared to us, so we may just move on and subjugate them. Who defends them? They have no defensive pact, so we might just move right on and subjugate them. Our military fleets need to reappear. That's a thing that has to happen. Right now, we are in bad shape because our military fleets are all gone, and they all need to be rebuilt and refitted. And but having said that, our strength is definitely okay, right? Yeah, that we lost one system, but we gained a great deal more than that. I mean, it was a good system, but it wasn't an essential system. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.